So what I thought I would do is demo what I think is a good use of pull cords. So if you have swim cords like this connected to a post, or some people can get them in a door jamb, kind of like where the knob is, and shut the door. Whatever you do to fix the side, there's a loop, and I just use a cable tie here. But I have a mirror also, and I think that's beneficial in checking that you're doing good form. So what I do is I pull these cords a little tight. Let me change the video back here. I want the camera to catch all this. Okay, let's try that. So what I do is get the cords nice and taut. And I do this as part of my 15 minutes of strength. So strength, mobility, training. I do some Hanes. So Hanes from the bar. So I got a bar overhead here. And I just like to hang. You can time these. It helps with your hand strength. And it loosens up these tight shoulders. So you can do this in 20-second intervals, 30-second. Maybe you can work up to a minute. And do a couple. Very helpful in getting ready to do the swim well. And of course we're not in the water right now, but at least the swim cords are a close second. And again, different in nature because you can look in the mirror and you can make sure that you're making the angle. So your elbow angle, you want it to be 100 to 120 degrees. So 90, you think about 90, it's 90 degrees. You want to be open from 90. Not too much, but slightly. So get in the position, at least with your upper body as if you're swimming. Hands below elbows, elbows below the shoulder, and go one arm at a time slow. Make sure you get like a 90 and then try to open it up. So 100 to 120, back to the hip. And you can do one arm at a time. Again, just set the elbow forward and high. Doesn't need to be at the surface, it just needs to be relatively high. You can kind of feel it rotate out a bit and then pull through your hip. You do that nice and slow, one side at a time. Try to make sure you're getting that angle and then back to the hip. So the angle, 100 to 120, back to the hip. Do that on the left. Okay, so elbow forward, set, and then pull through to the hip. And then you can get into the swimming motion. Again, kind of set myself here to make sure I'm getting the angle correct. And then just go back and forth. Make sure you're doing the angle. Try to get that cadence as if you're swimming. Don't need to go over your head. Just do the stroke and come back. Keep working those angles. Align yourself to the mirror as needed. Hopefully you can find a mirror. And I find this to be very helpful. You can kind of work that rhythm as if you're swimming. You can get a little rotation in if you need to. Shoulder in, shoulder out. But don't rush it. Just try to get that set, that catch, and make sure you're pulling through the hip. And you're doing that well left and right. And then work two arms into it. So anyways, hopefully that helps. You can do a couple sets of those. Build up to doing it for a minute perhaps. Take a break. Just keep good form. Don't let yourself get too fatigued. And it's best to do a couple short sets.